Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today we're going to do a reaction to a new band from Japan called BAND MAID with the song Thrill. Now, I have reacted to quite a few Japanese bands on this channel already. One being Love Bites, probably the major one, and then we did Nemophila. And I always pointed out a couple things that I like, a couple things I dislike. So if you're from Japan or you're just a big fan of Japanese bands, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest in the things I like and the things I dislike. I'll try my best to be as respectful as possible, but just be prepared. I might not like everything about them. I kind of can already tell you I'm not going to dig from the thumbnail. So they're kind of really crazy outfits. I think I'm not going to be a big fan of that, but I'm going to focus on their music and how good they are as musicians rather than trying to focus on the way they dress, which to me doesn't matter if the music is good. Anywho, let's get right into it. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully it's nice and heavy.
Breaking new gate.
So I guess it's going to be more of an kind of 80s traditional metal or 80s hair metal sound. That's at least what it sounds like. The guitar tone sounds nice. Let's see what kind of songwriting they have and kind of just overall music structure and song structure they're going to have. Actually, right away, that struck me something that I didn't expect that I was going to like, because it's been kind of my constant criticism of a lot of Japanese female-fronted bands, is that I felt most of the time that the voice doesn't match. Like, I've said that in Love Bites, I'm not a big fan. Like, I know she's a great singer, wasn't a big fan of how she was interjected into the band. Nemophila, I actually liked her singing. I really like her voice. I think it quite nicely matches the music. And definitely you can hear the inspiration like ZZ Top, AC/DC, all these like very old school bands. So the song itself so far is pretty simple, but let's give it a chance. It's only 1 minute, right? Let's see how it grows and how it develops. I gotta say that the singer and the bass player, they're really pretty. I find them to be really pretty, but music wise, so far it's a little bit on the simplistic side. I got a couple of other things I'm thinking, but I want to reserve my judgment until the end to really see, to kind of put my thoughts together better. Oh, I like that bass. That bass solo and guitar solo were really, really nice. I really enjoyed that.
いつだってそうこの世界はfunky立ち止まったらあとこどろ暴走気味とのなされても I don't get 踏み出せ I gotta be on my way またいらな道に興味は見当たらないの Just breaking new gates 後悔という陰謀のものでかいくぐってこの上ない快感が私を走らせる覚悟の先へとスリルとともに身を捧げて
That's it? All there is to the song? Okay. I'm gonna start it off this way. I can equally say the same amount of things that I like versus that I dislike. And like I said, in a spirit of being as respectful as possible, I'm gonna try to phrase it properly. The things I liked was I really liked their guitar tone. I like the inspiration for the 80s kind of hair metal, traditional metal sound. I really like that bass solo. And I think their voices actually quite match the band. But I feel extremely indifferent to the music overall because I thought the song is kind of quite simplistic in my eyes. There's nothing about this band for me personally that particularly stands out above somebody else. For example, Nemophila or Love Bites stood out a little bit more to me as musicians. And it looks like they're quite skilled as musicians. It's like it almost sounds like there's a tailored sound for the radio here that they want to be more, garner more audience and popularity. The whole, clothing gimmick, they call themselves Band Maid. They all dress like maid, like sexy maids. It's very gimmicky, but again, it's very Japanese. It's something that you have to understand. Like, people tend to like these kinds of gimmicks in Japan. It's a thing, like the whole high heels. Everybody's in high heels. Everybody's sexy. I don't know when this happened in music, but for some reason now everybody has to be attractive in a band, and I find that to be silly. Where for me it's the music first, the talent first, whatever they look like second. I mean, look at Rolling Stones. Every single one of those guys are butt ugly, but one of the best bands that ever was and ever will be. Even like when it came to female bands like Vixen, not all of them were particularly good-looking women, and they were just amazing as a band. Or Girl School, to name or two female-led bands. And yeah, it's there's nothing particularly special. I know I'm gonna get torn up. I know a lot of Japanese fans, whenever I don't like anything about Love Bites or Nemophila, it seems like the whole Japan attacks my channel for some reason. And despite the fact that I quite like Japanese culture, whether it be just following their history and everything that happened there, and actually enjoying anime, which obviously stemmed from Japan, or Japanese movies, which I've grown up with coming from Russia, being neighbors. I love the culture, but there's certain things I will never get as a foreigner with fascination like this, with cutesy girls that look like they're all 12, dressing up in sexy outfits to play rock music seems to be a big niche there, and it gets a lot of popularity, and that they want to protest the metal clothing by dressing in these kinds of clothing. I think it's equally silly to see a metal guy who needs to dress in leather jackets and studs and everything like that and look like Judas Priest all the time versus the other extreme, which be this. I think they're both silly, and it's everything it seems like in this band from a producer style standpoint is to sell them and get more copies sold, and not necessarily based on their talent. I think they might be actually holding back how good they are. See, Love Bites, there was no argument. They were extremely talented in their music. I just didn't like the vocals, and I didn't particularly like the whole clothing gimmick there either. But here, the music it's okay. You know, yeah, the bass solo was nice. Yeah, the guitar solo, but I've heard better. You know, and anybody who tells me otherwise from this particular song, obviously just one song, my opinion can possibly change with other songs, but my assumption is that this band is kind of like mid-tier, and they use their obvious looks, that they're pretty girls, as a way to sell more, and these sexy clothing outfits with this gimmick. I mean, not my thing. If I am, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably a one and done for me, because I just don't want to upset fans of this band, because it's just going to be 10 videos of me shitting on them, it sounds like, you know. But because this was requested by you guys to check out and see what it's all about, I didn't know what I was going to get into. This is the reaction you get. But at the very least, you get an honest reaction. I tried my best to be objective without being emotional and just like saying that they're complete garbage or saying that they're complete this. I think there's talent there. I think they are talented musicians. Just, to me, nothing special. Hopefully it doesn't offend many of you guys. You understand where I'm coming from. And I hope you guys have the rest of your day that's awesome. I don't care if you like this video, if you dislike this video. I still wish you a good day, and keep it metal out there, guys. Have a good one.